Making It in Botswana, a TV show that takes you on a behind-the-scenes look at how everyday items are manufactured right here in Botswana. Making It in Botswana, brought to you by Botswana Investment and Trade Center. Go Botswana! Today on Making It in Botswana, we head off to Ebony, Botswana, where we take a look at the production process behind synthetic hair. KGK Diamonds then takes us along through the shimmering process of diamond cutting and polishing. This is Making It in Botswana. Some like theirs straight, some like theirs curly, others like theirs short. Maybe it's a choice of color or even texture. At Ebony, Botswana, all the varieties are available for you to choose from. What is it that we speak of? Synthetic hair. Ebony, Botswana began its operations in the year 2000 and is engaged in the design and manufacture of hair extensions or hair pieces. The company currently employs a whopping 350 people. Several different extensions are made here. We have soft dread, hard dread, loose wave, and yucky braids. Over 1.3 million pieces are made every month in this factory. Today on this episode of Making It in Botswana, we will be taking you through the process of making hair extensions commonly known as weaves.
My name is Cho. I'm working in Ebony, Botswana as a managing director. Ebony, Botswana is the manufacturing company of all kinds of hair pieces. This company has been established in Botswana, Lobasi, about 17 years ago. And since we opened our factory, we have tried to develop our market in Botswana and in other countries. Actually, in Botswana, most of the wholesalers, they are our clients, and we are exporting our products to the neighboring countries such as South Africa, Namibia, Zimbabwe, through our exclusive agent. Currently, we are producing braid, weaving products, and hairpiece such as dreadlock and soft dreadlock. And now we are importing our raw materials from Asian countries, but within a few years, we will start to produce raw material itself from our own factory. Then, the time when we complete our total business system, we will hold at least 500 employees, and then our products are to be more competitive in price and in quality. Ebony is the totally Botswana local brand. Being proud that this is your own brand, I would like to encourage you to choose Ebony products whenever you go to the market.
This is Making It in Botswana. The raw material comes in bundles of polypropylene, or more commonly known as synthetic fiber. The fiber is imported from South Korea, China, and Japan, depending on availability. Each box contains 25 kilograms of hair. The synthetic fiber, once received, gets placed on these rods to avoid tangling. The hair is then fed into a copper heat roller. This first process of heating makes it easier for the subsequent process to take place. Once the hair has been heated, it then goes into a box, which then goes on to the next stage, which is the cutting. The hair gets placed onto these rods and is ready for cutting. Dependent on the specification, different lengths of hair are cut. Currently, 16 inches are being cut at a time. The hair is then bundled and sent off to the next stage. The next stage in production is the combing. The bundled hair is being combed through with these metal pins to remove any tangles that may have formed. Dependent on the specification, different lengths of hair are cut. Each bundle of hair is weighed to ensure that the correct size of hair is packaged. Once the product is being weighed, it then goes on to the next stage, which is placing of the weft. A weft is basically a long curtain of hair that has a seam at the top. The weft binds the single strands of hair together. These machines ensure that the hair is bound together effectively. From the wefts being placed, the specified hair width is then measured and then put in layers and bundled. The hair is then dipped into a conditioner. This is what is called treatment. The treatment gives the hair a soft sheen and also removes any static that may be present in the hair. It is then placed in this spinner machine. The machine revolves at very high speeds, basically infusing the conditioner into the hair. The machine then drains the excess conditioner from the hair so that the hair is now semi-dry. The hair then moves on to the next stage. The hair is placed on this machine and it is combed. Once the strands are all straight, the weft is rolled into a metal rod. The bigger the rod, the looser the girl. The smaller the rod, the tighter the curls. The rods are then put onto a steel shelf. The steel shelf is then placed back into an oven and the hair is baked. Different hair textures require different temperatures. Let's take a short break. This is Making It in Botswana. Welcome back to Making It in Botswana. The oven temperature ranges up to hundreds of degrees, dependent on the hair specification. Currently, the oven has been set to 75 degrees. When the hair is dry, it is removed from the oven. This process takes approximately 30 minutes to an hour for baking. The hair is then cooled using these fans. Once cooled, the hair is removed from the metal rods and the hair goes on to the final stage of production. The hair is folded, inserted into a hairnet, and a gold wire is attached to each bundle. The color specification is then put onto the packaging label. Different hair colors have different numbers allocated to each particular color. For instance, right now, we are packaging color 1, which is pure black. But there are a multitude of colors from color 2 right up to color 33. The hair is attached to the respective label, which is then put in this clear packet and is ready to make its way to the saloon or wholesale stores. A note for the brothers: never touch a lady's weave. This is Making It in Botswana. Let's head off to KGK Diamonds. These gems are formed at high temperature and pressure at depth of 140 to 190 kilometers in the Earth's mantle. Carbon-containing minerals provide the carbon source, and the growth occurs over periods from 1 billion to 3.3 billion years. We have all heard of London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. These are all synonymous internationally with the ultimate in glitz and glamour. Well, in our small city, Gaborone, we have our own Glitz and Glam Week, where billions of pula are exchanged. We call it Diamond Sales Week. De Beers is the world's leading diamond company, which sells its rough diamonds through two channels: Global Sightholder Sales, GSS, and Auction Sales. Sites, or sales as it's better known, are held 10 times a year in Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa, where customers will inspect their rough diamond allocations before deciding whether to purchase them. This is where KGK comes in to buy its allocation of diamonds. KGK Group has grown and developed over the last 100 years and has deep roots in the diamond industry. KGK has worldwide integrated downstream operations in 19 countries, covering manufacturing of diamonds and jewelry, marketing of diamonds and jewelry, and retailing of jewelry. One of the 19 countries that KGK operates in is Botswana. Today we are talking about how KGK Diamonds turns a rough diamond into the beautiful gemstone that has come to be known as a girl's best friend. This is Making It in Botswana.
Hi, welcome to KGK. We a team of 115 employees right now. We purchased our first diamond, the 2015 Botswana diamond. Since then, we site holder. In 5 years, we see KGK we're aiming to establish our own facility here with the state-of-the-art technology and to grow to about 300 to 400 employees here in Botswana. And we're very sincere in the operation of Botswana. Our polish from Botswana export to various centers around the globe. We mainly sell major of our polish in United States and then also in the Far East, Israel, Europe. That is the polish of Botswana where we sell. We start to establish this business in 2014, beginning after we got our license. Thanks to BITC, we got a nice facility to start our business, very secure. We were very happy with the assistant that we got and the relationship. And going forward, we will continue to acquire with BITC another facility for a bigger business even. And hopefully we will reach to the target of 300 to 400 employees in Botswana.
This is Making It in Botswana. Diamonds. Diamonds and more diamonds. Each stone is given an ID number which is entered into the system. Each and every stone can be tracked and traced in the system. The stones are then split into individual packets, where their individual weights and clarity are measured. The stone then goes to the planning department and into what is called a galaxy machine. This is the galaxy machine. The galaxy machine has a direct internet connectivity to Israel. The galaxy basically scans the stone and records each and every impurity that the stone has, almost like an X-ray. The X-ray will show how to maximize the value of each stone. Basically, the machine will tell us how best to cut the stone to achieve the most value. Sometimes, one big stone can be extracted. Sometimes, as many as 5 stones can be extracted. Once the galaxy machine is done with the planning, it sends the file direct to Israel. Within 2 minutes of the file being sent, it is received back with the plotting of the inclusion of the stone. If there is no internet connectivity, the machine stops. Once the plan is finalized, the stone will then go into marking. Marking will basically entail drawing onto the stone to show how it should be cut. The stone then goes into the laser department, which will then cut the stone accordingly. Once in the laser room, the stone is fixed onto this rod with paste. The UV light dries the paste onto the stone in around 20 seconds. This is the only machine of its kind in Botswana. We have all heard the phrase "diamond cuts diamond." Well, there is something else that cuts diamond. This particular Polaris machine. Once the machine has been programmed, the stone goes under the laser. The laser uses water to cut the stone according to specification. It is important that the operator uses safety glasses to protect the eyes from the laser light. This process takes approximately 2 to 5 minutes. Once the machine is done cutting, the diamond is released from the hold of the rod through melting by using a gas flame. The stone is now very hot and cannot be held to the touch. This is the outcome of this process. Not quite looking like the diamond we know as yet. From laser, the stone comes back to the planning department for initial quality control. The cut stones are then re-registered under a new identity and entered back into the system, whether it's one new stone or several smaller ones. At the first point of call in preparation, the stone is shaped to requirement using an instrument called a tang.
Let's take a short break. This is Making It in Botswana. Welcome back to Making It in Botswana.
The stone is placed on a pod, which is put into this brute machine, which will shape the diamond to 80% of its desired shape. The machine basically removes the jagged edges and makes the stone more round. The stone then moves into the setting room. In the setting room, we now go closer to the design specification. The stone gets inserted into the setting machine. The setting machine will display exactly what angles of the stone are left to be polished. The reason why it has to go into the machine is because the finer details cannot be seen with the naked eye alone. The stone leaves the setting room at 90% of the desired specification. From setting, the stone then goes into the crosswork department and into an auto dialect machine which further polishes the stone. This machine polishes all facets of the stone, whether one facet or 8 facets. This is also where the final polishing is done. At the final stage, the stone is checked into this Vision 360 machine. If there are any imperfections, they will be noted here, and the stone will be returned. This particular diamond has 34 facets, which have to be checked individually. As you can see, the machine allows for a studio setting where each and every facet can be checked. Beautiful. After passing this stage, the diamond is now ready to make its way to the jewelry store to be inserted into a ring, a pendant, a tennis bracelet, an earring. The list goes on.
Next time on Making It in Botswana, we head off to Palape to learn how Makoro Bricks makes those sturdy yet picturesque bricks known as face brick. We then head off to Gaborone to learn how that fluffy white powder that we have all come to love, White Star, is manufactured by Bokomo.